Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy. It's my pleasure, as usual, greeting you and bringing this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look no other place but to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I want to speak to you today concerning how to get into the abundant frequency, or getting on the abundant frequency. First thing I want for you to realize is that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. So it is very important to understand the law of vibration, that everything vibrates, nothing rests. And when you practice meditation, when you practice to focus inwardly, to create your reality consciously, there are times that you will experience vibration. I'm talking about rapid vibration. And when I had my awakening, it started with a mighty vibration. It was like it's an earthquake. So naturally, physically speaking, you would experience an earthquake that you would think would be destructive, but it will renew also, because the things that have been removed, they will be renewed also, or rebuilt. Okay, it's the same thing when you have that inner experience of that great earthquake. Things in you would be renewed, your mind would be rearranged, your IQ would be lifted to another level. All of these things will happen. And that is why when you read in Matthew chapter 27, and you read of the great earthquake, it is something that is taking place within, not something that is really taking place without, as many people believe, who believe that the Bible is literal and believe that the Bible is secular history. Okay, so it's very important to understand frequency and vibration, as I would have said, and energy. Now, there's a creative energy that is in each and every one of us. And that creative energy must be activated at a certain level of frequency and vibration. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, if you want to attract abundance, you must get on that abundant frequency. Now, let me just simplify it for you so you would understand it a little bit more. Many people have cable television, or they have a remote control that they can switch from one channel to another channel. All these different channels are actually frequency. Or for example, you're on the computer and you can switch from one channel to another channel. All of these are different frequency also. Okay, but one power. So too is your mind, and your brain is a transmitter and a receiver of frequency. So whenever you're thinking of something inwardly, it is being vibrated on a certain frequency that you must direct to go outwardly, and it will return unto you. That is why you're told in the Bible that my words will not return unto me void, but it must accomplish that which I sent it to, and prosper in the thing where to have sent it. It is you sending out your intention. It is you sending your thoughts out, knowing that it is a vibrational frequency and it's gonna vibrate back to you. For example, when you look at the ocean, you see that the wave that comes in is the same wave that goes back out. And all these things are right here for us to see, to teach us concerning the laws that governs all of humanity and the laws that governs the universe, and how we must align with these laws if we want to vibrate in the frequency of abundance. So my brothers and my sisters, in this time that we are living, whereby we are living in a digital age, and there's such a thing as a pandemic, a scamdemic, whatever name you want to refer to concerning what we've been told to be a pandemic. There's a lot of things that would change, and you have to understand what is going on and lift your frequency or lift your vibration to a higher frequency. And that is why I'm encouraging you to get on the abundance frequency by forming abundance in your life, by speaking abundance in your life. Now, the only problem would be if you're thinking about how it will be done or when it will be done. So if you're having self-doubt, you would block your way of abundance. If you are double-minded, then you would block your way of abundance also. So you have to have faith within yourself, knowing that the self of man is God, and also the name of God is I am, from generation to generation, and that's your memorial. And you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. So when you realize that God is your imagination, and you realize that you have a creative power to achieve your every desire, you realize that all you need to do is to get on the abundant frequency. There are people who are on the ESPN frequency. There are people who are on the Cinemax frequency. There are people who are on the HBO frequency. There are people who are on the Netflix frequency. There are people who are on the exercise, as in physical exercise frequency. There are so many different frequencies, and these frequencies of which I'm speaking about is actually states of mind, are states of consciousness. And there are infinite states of consciousness, and you can fall into any state of consciousness that would create your reality. So the rich man, he's on a certain frequency. The poor man, he's on a certain frequency. The beggar man, the thief, is on a certain frequency. Yet there's only one mind, but different arrangement of the same mind. So these different arrangement of the same mind would mean the different frequencies. So you can be on a lower level of frequency or on a higher level of frequency. But I'm encouraging you to get on the higher level of frequency. And to do that, you have to know who you are. Realize that the kingdom of God is within you. And if you seek first that kingdom of God within you, and you find that kingdom, you'll also discover the secret of creation, and you'll be able to create your reality consciously. And that is why it's very important for you to come to the understanding that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. And when the Bible speaks of God in man, it is speaking of man's imagination. For the eternal body of man is the imagination, that is God himself. And there is no other God. There's no God outside of yourself. Everything you behold without, it is within. As above, so below. So my brother and my sisters, you're beholding an outer projection. So your outer environment is an expression of your inner environment. For everything came from spirit to matter. And when I say it's first a thought, it's first an idea. So the idea that you hold in your mind, that is what would become your reality as long as you go back to that idea ever so often. Words, we become what we think about most of the time. For imagination creates reality, and also your assumption, whether you are conscious of it or unconscious of it, your assumption, they do harden into fact. Remember, thoughts become things. So my brother and my sisters, if you want to change your life from lack to abundance, you have to get on that abundance frequency. You need to write down that which is a desire and affirm it each and every day for a certain time. You do it morning, noon, and night just before you go to bed. Also, I just want to encourage you and strengthen you by saying to you that Habakkuk chapter 2 tells you that whenever you have a desire and you want your needs to be met, that you must be specific, you must be definite, you must have definiteness of purpose, and you must write it down, make it plain. And it assured you that even though it tarries, it is for a certain time, that you must wait for it because it is sure, it's a law. Write it down and make it happen, my brothers and my sisters. So it is as simple as having a thought and add your emotion to it. Get emotionally involved in that which you so desire. Believe it. Keep affirming it. Never doubt yourself. Doesn't what comes your way. Do not doubt yourself. And it would manifest. Just yesterday I received an email from someone who's been following my channel for a very long time now, and they've been manifesting a lot of things, and I would have done a video before, and I would have read the email that they would have sent to me concerning the amount of short roles they would have booked in movies since listening to my teachings. And I told him that he would have another testimony, and he did send another testimony for me yesterday by way of email. And a lot of things that I'm saying here is what he would have applied even when his closest friend was telling him what he was desiring for, that it was not going to happen because a certain amount of time would have passed and it didn't manifest whole to the fact, because he would have even break into vision with it, and he never let go of it. He never doubted it, and when it was manifested, he just jabbed such a friend. My brother and my sisters, many of you who are listening to me right now have had attachments in your life that is blocking you. You may have had situations in your life that will bring doubt, that will bring fear, that will bring all of these things upon you. But I'm saying to you, remove those things that will block you from your abundance. Because abundance and prosperity, it is your birthright, and all you need to do is get on the abundance frequency. So you have to make it a habit to practice visualization, meditation, affirmation. Do all of these things religiously, knowing that you can create your reality consciously, and never give up. Consistency is the key. Do not force manifestation. Just do what you need to do and leave the rest to the universe, and everything is going to work out your way. As I bring this message to you, my brother and my sister, I can feel the energy and the vibration in me, in which passion I am speaking from, knowing that many need this message around this time to strengthen you, to build you, and to encourage you. It is simple, my brothers and my sisters. All you need to do is to get on the abundant frequency. So with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, this is my way of sending love to you. Positive vibration your way. And all you have to do is be a doer and not just a hearer. And remember the law of gestation. Everything has a time, everything has a season. So my brother and my sisters, do not give up. Do not give up on your dreams and your goals. Keep living. So with that being said, I want to say, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, and what I'm saying is really motivating you, it's encouraging you, it's helping you, it's really resonating with you in a very deep and personal way, I would like to say to you to subscribe, like, comment, to share this video, because I definitely want to get up to 10,000 subscribers. Okay, and from there move on and on. So before I leave you, just want to remind you that this message I bring to you, that it is the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And truly, my whole body has been filled with light when the single eye opened within me, and I changed from mortal to immortality in that twinkling of an eye. For that twinkling of an eye is an opening of an eye. And that is why I always say to you, never be afraid of the symbol of the single eye. Do not believe that it is an evil eye. No, it is the all-seeing eye of God in you, who is your imagination. For you would have an awakened imagination and come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For the sun, as in the S-U-N, it parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there is no light that was made. And you've been admonished in Psalms 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And truly the sun has never withhold any good thing from humanity. For the sun is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity. Then in Malachi chapter 4 verses 2, you're told that the Son of Righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. And truly, when the sun has risen in me, it gives me that healing frequency to bring to all of humanity. That is why I'm encouraging each and every one of you to use your mind power, which is your sun power, your solar power, your God power, your creative power, which is actually the sexual power. Use that power to achieve your every desire. And that is why my encouragement to you is to get on the abundant frequency. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.